And UK's trade envoy Richard Graham will be in Manila from today through Thursday. What new deals may be on the table? Let's ask our next guest, British Chamber of Commerce Philippines Executive Director Chris Nelson, live in the studio. Hi, Chris. Thank you so much for taking the time to come to Quezon City for this interview.
Mimi, it's great to be here. I was here many years ago, and it's great to be back in person, and kind of shows everything we're back reviving.
Exactly.
The economy is back.
Economy is back on track. So I want to start with the big news here. UK Trade Envoy is here from today until Thursday. What's on the agenda? What do you know? What can you share with us? Are there new investors coming in? Are there new deals?
So he's arriving this evening, late, and then leaves again on the 27th. He was here a year ago, in June actually. So I think it's a continuation of the efforts that's being made. I mean, recently we announced, of course, British Investment in Partnership. That was the embassy. We've just had the Great British Festival, which was very successful in March. So he's following on a lot of momentum. And reinforcing the very strong relationship and growing relationship, I'd say, between the UK and the Philippines, now in our 77th year of diplomatic relations. So he's also meeting with the British Chamber, and obviously he's going to be meeting with major British companies and getting their input. So Richard is a long-term friend of the country, and he's been here many times before, and obviously continues to push and work on developing those relationships.
Chris, you mentioned something that's new, the British Investment Partnerships, or BIP, which was launched this March. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to mobilize £8 billion of financing every year starting 2025. How will that work? And will the Philippines be qualified for this?
I think it's already started. So this was launched by the embassy. It was an initiative by them. We're obviously very keen to see it. It's going to focus very much on certain key segments, one of those being renewable energy. As you know, that's a strong push in many countries, in particular in the Philippines. And our understanding, as announced by our ambassador, Lorbo Feast, that already one of those projects, I think it's a solar project in Negros, has already been actually approved. So I think it will give support in those areas. And coming back to Richard's visit, I think the other thing that we're going to see here is, as you know, we've discussed many times, opening up the economy. And the Philippines has made some very strong moves in that respect. And I think Richard will be following on from that. And obviously renewable energy, but investing in other sectors is always now on the minds of British companies.
Could an FTA be in the works? I ask this question every month.
And I've come in person to say, no, I don't think so. But I do think there are important developments on the trade side. Let's not forget the Philippines has ratified RCEP.
Which takes effect for us June 2nd.
Correct.
You're also part of this?
Right, and we just had a discussion last week with Undersecretary Alan Gepti, who's obviously a key part of that programme. And also the UK has just joined, I hope I'm going to get this right, CPTPP.
Correct.
And that's a great new development and shows the keen focus on Southeast Asia. And Undersecretary Alan Gepti has said that the Philippines is also now looking at the potential for them to be part of CPTPP. So if you add all this together, it really shows the Philippines is very much opening up. And coming back, if I may, to the President's statement back in the Sonar, to make the Philippines an investment destination.
I hope I get this right. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, that would be 11, currently 11 member countries. UK could be the 12th member.
Correct.
The members are Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, and Vietnam. Philippines is not there. Are we losing out?
Well, I think it's also part of it. That's why Undersecretary Allen said, and DTI is looking at it now. In context, obviously, they're looking to maximise the benefits from RCEP, but they also see the potential, and they're very obviously much encouraged by the UK joining CPTPP. And they will now look also at those benefits, because what we want to do is, and I think coming back to RCEP, it will hopefully drive foreign direct investment into the country and also focus on some of the key areas that the Philippines has, talented workforce, the opportunity for manufacturing here, as well as obviously looking to develop other opportunities. And let's not forget, we hope to be launching soon the Developing Countries Trading Scheme, which is the new opportunity in June, hopefully, which is the UK obviously is looking to set out As you know, obviously we left the European Union, and one of the developments is DCTS.
Okay, and so I asked you this earlier, if Richard Graham, your minister, could be coming with new investors, because there have been very exciting news. Early this year, you've got Diageo and Don Papa deal. You've got Inchcape and Katz, which is a Philippine company. Are there new names coming in, you think?
Well, I think there's those opportunities, yes. I mean, obviously, there's a great deal. Diageo is one of our key members. Coventry Motors is also. So I think there's great opportunities, and I think what Rich is going to continue on and keep that focus and momentum moving. And I think what I just want to tie this all up, I mean, we've spoken many times, and I think what's happening now is with the continued further opening of the economy, the British Chamber is pushing very much that UK companies come to the Philippines, not only as a very important market, and we saw that in the interest, but also as a gateway to Southeast Asia.
That seems to be the mantra here.
It is, and I think it's something that we've been, I mean, as you asked me earlier on, I've been with the Chamber 9 years, and we've been pushing it, and I think we're seeing very much strong developments, and I would just like to echo the further liberalisation of the economies, the bills that now you can have 100% in renewable energy. Obviously now they're looking also at the economic provisions in the Charter change. We discussed that at Breaking Economic Barriers, the event we just had. So I think there's a lot of good momentum.
All right, a final question. For those who are not into business so much, our connection to British culture is through the royalty. UK royalty, it is your soft power, it is your global brand. King Charles, of course, the coronation happening May 6th. Our president will be attending. What do you think? How relevant is it still? Especially because I was going over some reports, a recent poll, many of them actually show, waning relevance, especially among the younger generations.
Well, I'd say this. I mean, first of all, it's great that obviously President Marcos and First Lady are going. I'd say that King Charles is clearly aware that he needs to keep modernising the economy. He's obviously making change in terms of his coronation, in terms of making it a reduced coronation, in terms of what he wants to focus on. He's obviously been very strong in the environment, and I think the monarchy has to keep changing and transforming, like many organisations, right? But I think it's very good to see that the President will be attending with the First Lady.
Will you be attending?
No, I'm going to be here watching from the Philippines,
All
but
right.
supporting.
A watch party in the Philippines. Chris, thank you so much for joining us live. I was counting 9 years with BCCP, almost 10. That's like a fifth of your age. I know it's your birthday tomorrow. Advance happy birthday from your Market Edge family.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here and excellent to do it live. And thanks to everybody and to your viewers. And thank you for wishing me a happy birthday for tomorrow.
All right. And that's it for the show. I'm Michelle Long. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and stay with ANC.